Hey there, welcome to your reading. This is Corey and you're on the Soul Seekers Tarot channel. I had already done this part and I realized I didn't have my microphone on, so that's why they're all laid out right now. But this is what we've got. For pile 1 we've got the card Brilliance, okay, and pile 2 we have the card Flow, and card 3 we have the pile Build, or the card Build. The question is that we're exploring here is what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month. So please use your intuition to choose a pile, but if you feel drawn to all 3 or just another one, go for it. But these are the numbers that I pulled, was 3 and 5 or 35, 53, okay, and if it's not the numbers, it's the zodiac sign. Your zodiac sign, we've got we've got Taurus and Sagittarius here. Taurus and Sagittarius with Scorpio and Pisces for pile number 1. So pile number 2 we have the Flow card with the numbers 1 and 6. So 16 or 61. And we have Aquarius and Virgo, and Capricorn and Leo. Alright, and then pile 3 we have the numbers 2 and 4, so 24, 42, right? And the card, of course, is Build. And then we have, we've got Gemini and Aries, Aries, with Libra and Cancer. Okay, guys? So that's the 3 piles we have for you, and take your time and I'll be back with you shortly. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. We are exploring the question, what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month for July, and you have chosen this pile with the card Brilliance. And if you didn't use your intuition, you might have chosen because of the number 3 or 5, 35, 53. And if it wasn't a number, maybe it was your zodiac sign. We've got Taurus here and Sagittarius, and we have Scorpio and Pisces. Okay? So these are the oracle decks I've chosen to use. Now, some of them, they're more like, you kind of have to read them because they're a little more in depth than just what the image or the key word is. And so I brought along the books to do that too. So bear that in mind, and thank you for your patience. We're going to start with the major arcana. And we have the small tarot to help clarify the major arcana. There we go. And we've got the Citadel, yeah, deck. What one wants to be seen? This one does. Okay. And we've got the Witches, Seasons of the Witch. And finally, we have a Ruin, the Ruin deck. Okay guys, let's go. So the major arcana we have here to discover your question about what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, and to clarify, that is the High Priestess. So those are really two, they're quite compatible. You know, the Hanged Man is about sacrificing any moving forward kind of motions, kind of staying stagnant or stale for, staying put for a bit, to kind of get the upside down look on something, just to see whatever is going to help you get that experience of an unexpected good thing to show up in your life. So there might be something that you have been meditating on, something that you've been thinking about for a while, something that you've been wishing for a while, and it may have been feeling like you're stuck, having to sacrifice having that experience, but during this time you're able to actually gain a new perspective on it, which is the wisdom that you're getting on about it. And with the High Priestess, we have you, using that time wisely, because it's time for you to see, to kind of get, because you're getting vibes about something that you're interested in. And it is like, nudges, synchronicities, things like that. Just that inner feeling that something's going to come, that something's on its way, in terms of whatever it is that you're desiring. And it's just letting you know that during this time of having to stay put and sit in a different perspective position for a bit, to gain that wisdom about whatever's coming your way, because whatever's coming your way is going to require you to have a new perspective. And it's a good thing, remember, an unexpected good thing. And so you're intuiting this. You may not be fully aware that that feeling, that inner feeling you're having, that something's happening, right? But the divine is saying that you have been getting intuitive hits about it. And then we've got the Enchanter, which is deception and trickery. Now, so we're going to read that, right? Because the Enchanter is something kind of like that energy of the devil, right? Deception and trickery, or like the Seven of Swords, that kind of thing, energy. So we're going to read that one, definitely, to get the full gist of it. Let's see what the witches have. Hummingbird. The winds beneath your wings are shifting, and if you don't pay attention, you may lose flight. That one pretty much says what it needs to say without looking at the book, because hummingbirds, they have very, very high speed. They have high speed flight, right? With their wings flapping at high speed, you can't even barely see them. And they're so small, so they're agile and they're quick and they're this and they're that, right? But it doesn't matter how fast they are, how agile they are, if they didn't get to the honey pot, like to the nectar in the flower before someone else did, they're out of luck. So you want to make sure that when you've got the wings beneath your wings, and if the winds are shifting, that you are adaptable to it, flexible to it. You need to pay attention to it, that when you need to make a shift right, you need to do it now. Otherwise you lose your flight, which loses that opportunity. And then we have Suelo, which is clarity, which is also the sun. So the sun card, I'll quickly read that, but sun card is about good stuff, right? Clarity, pleasure, and whatnot. Let's read that one first. Sun, clarity, transcendence, and life. Those are the key words. But let's see if we can read. What page is it? 30. It's my daughter's 30th birthday today. Yeah, it was a very sunny day for me 30 years ago. Suelo, sun, clarity, transcendence, and life. The regenerative rays of the sun, the giver of life, and the hope that fills the sky and the fields after a long, hard winter. The sun emerges to enliven, lead, guide, and protect. Suelo shines as a talisman of will, transformation, and enlightenment movement from one state to the next. This rune radiates as we turn on our faces up to bask in the light of all that resides above us, forces seen and unseen, that nourish the ground we stand on. It is the spirit that urges us onward and upward. Through Suelo, we transcend on one state of consciousness to embrace another. No wonder the Norse saw the sun as feminine, a goddess in her own right. This radiating sphere of energy infuses, informs, and inspires our existence, physical, emotional, and spiritual. We can breathe a sigh of relief as we witness the sun breaking through the clouds of illusion and confusion with the knowledge that life continues, that we continue on. So it's just bringing transformation. It's bringing light into your situation. It's breathing life into your experience, your life experience, your desires. So these things are coming alive. things, what it's saying here is, what I'm getting from Archangel Michael is that the very thing that is considered good to you, is that's showing up for you in July, is something that you've been longing to experience, and that it's going to feel like it's going to be a big change for you, a change of life for you. It's going to be breathing new life into your everyday. And it's just going to feel right, it's going to feel good, and it's going to feel like it belongs. So the Enchanter, let's read what the Enchanter says. Citadel. Enchanter, where are you? Okay, the Enchanter, page 70. Okay, so the Enchanter, a flash of flame, whirls of green smoke, and a flock of doves that appears from nowhere. The audience applauds. The Enchanter takes a bow. They know how to entrance and entertain, and with the century of arcane learning behind them, they never put a foot wrong. But it is truly magic, or it is all smoke and mirrors. You may be in a good situation where you've been forced to deceive another, and whether it was intentional or not, you run the risk of being caught out in your lie. You could back away hoping that it will be forgotten about or resolve itself in time, but you run the danger of it spiraling out of control. Or you can own up and take responsibility for your own actions. The decision is yours. Okay, so it says that this is something that maybe you were a part of, that you've been hoping it would just go away, like it would resolve itself. So we got brilliance, we got sun, and we've got the wind beneath your wings, taking flight, like using whatever is necessary for you to be able to take advantage of an opportunity. But first you had to learn to see something from a different perspective, using your intuition, knowing when it was the right time to act. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say to help fill in some blanks here. Deception and trickery. Maybe someone deceived you, and you wanted it to come to light that they've deceived you, and you want things set right? Justice to prevail. Archangel Michael, what do we have for our pile number 1? Alright, pile number 1, we have 6 of Swords. That's finding a solution. Going from the rough waters to calm waters. 6 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, that's gaining a mastery. Finding a solution helps you to move forward. To be able to realize what it is that you are working hard to discover, uncover, resolve, and to put an end to, to put it in the past so that you can move forward. We have Justice. There's the Justice card that we just spoke of. The Chariot, that's moving forward, balanced with the white and dark horses, the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine energy. We have Strength, that's finding the courage and the strength to do what's needed to do to move forward. The 5 of Cups is no longer crying over the situation, no longer holding grudges, no longer feeling deceived, tricked, sabotaged, just however you have felt something when something happened. The 7 of Cups, it's no longer crying over that spilt milk. It's been there, you've been there, done that, it's done, it's gone. You found a solution, and it's time to come out of your illusion of someone having done something wrong to you that you didn't have the power to overcome it, and to no longer feel like you're confused, to find the clarity that you need to move on, to make a different decision. There's the Temperance card. That's again balance and healing, and it is balance and healing and peace, right? Peace. Let's move these up. I'm going to put 4 more cards down. We have the Hierophant. Yeah, that's seeking inner justice, seeking inner wisdom. The Hermit, that again is more like, putting down the need to project blame, like pointing fingers, to project blame, and going inward to seek what is the correct strategy, the strategy that's going to see you achieving abundance and healing, happiness, and balance. The Two of Swords, that is, this like a chess game there. It's like, I don't want to make a decision because it might be the wrong move. But you're going to be making a decision. When that card shows up, it means that the divine is saying it's time for you to make a decision. With the King of Swords, that is someone who is going to be keeping your emotions in check and only moving forward or approaching the situation for truth and only truth. Okay? Yeah. Very strong, very evolved, very black and white, As somebody who sits upon high, like on the mountaintop, looks down, can see so much more from that vantage point than when you're right in the middle of it, on the valley floor, and you've got intuition. The King of Swords, Queen of Swords are very highly in touch with their intuition, and you're tuned in, tapped in, and turned on that way to your inner light, your inner guidance. And then we have the King of Wands. Then that's you taking action with, there's the Hangman again, with having chosen a different way of approaching a situation, a different way, excuse me, of approaching a situation and seeing it for how it needs to be looked at in order for you to actually win, to resolve the situation, to resolve the problem that you may be facing. So what I'm getting from this particular pile, pile 1, is that there's a problem that you have been facing, a challenge you've been facing. Someone has deceived you or have led you astray, even if it just feels like maybe it's just a white lie. They didn't do it on purpose. Maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but it's caused some ramifications for you, some consequences that have been, obviously unwanted consequences, and it's been making you feel like you've been out of control, like you haven't had the control over, because by even if it wasn't something they did on purpose to you, or they did it on purpose to you, either way, you felt like you lost control over something or someone. You lost control over a relationship, right? Let's say, for example, somebody deceived you, and now suddenly your relationship with this person or this other or another party, a third party that deceived you about your person, somehow you've lost control to them. And it's the oracles and the tarot are here to tell you that you haven't lost your control, that the brilliance of the truth, that control that you have, that inner control, is within you. It's just a matter of you seeing all the facets, right, of the diamond to really soak in its brilliance, right? Its clarity. Its brilliance is clarity, and it's beauty. It's beauty, clarity, and happiness, right? Like when you get a beautiful, let's say, diamond ring that has barely any inclusions, and it's got all its this and all its that kind of thing. It just, when you shine it in the light, and it doesn't need that much light, when you shine it in light, it just reflects, right? That it soaks it in to reflect it, and it just shows such a beautiful, beautiful gem that you own. And that beautiful gem is inside of you, by the way. And it's just a matter of you, like whenever you've got the opportunity to learn the truth about something, with the King of Swords, do not delay. Take advantage of that opportunity right away, because like the hummingbird, it can very, very quickly, and I wouldn't even say swoop in, it's more like they zing in, they zing in, they take the nectar before anyone else can get there. And that's what you're going to do, is you're going to make sure that you're on top of your game, where you're going to be seeing what needs to be done. You're going to be seeing the truth for whatever the deception was. You'll be seeing through it and finding out that you haven't really lost your power in this. So, for example, a third party said that your person had been fooling around with them, or they saw them fooling around with somebody else, that they saw them out for drinks with somebody, and that they left with that person late into the night. And they know that they didn't go, that they didn't come home that night. And they know they didn't go home to you that night. Well, the truth could be that they were working partners, co-workers, and that they had to go to a particular destination as a team or whatever. There's other co-workers going, that they were going to be expected to be attending a particular seminar or event or sales meeting or whatever it is, right? Whatever it could be, and they were to be there early, very bright and early. So it meant that they weren't going to be, they left, they had their dinner that night, they had drinks together, and then they left. And they left together in a cab or whatever to go to the hotel where the event is, to stay the night there in their own rooms, separate rooms, right? And they didn't go back to your house, of course. Your person didn't come back home, because they needed to be up and early, up and present at, let's say 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. And so that, the truth is that you're going to find out that yes, they did have dinner with a coworker, that they did have drinks late with the coworker, but then that they both got into a cab, the same cab, to go to the same place, and that they checked into their own rooms, and that your person's going to say, I didn't sleep with this person. It was just purely work related, and we were just killing time from the time that we got off work that day to when we had to be actually present at the hotel. You're going to find that out, the clarity that the friend, the so-called friend, or someone else that had some kind of design or agenda to bring trouble between you and your person, the third party, they were trying to deceive you to think that you were being taken advantage of for their own agenda, right? And you're going to be seeing through, you're going to be intuiting that the secrets that behind the truth, which is the secrets behind the story, is that there's really nothing to worry about. That whatever this person's, whatever horn they're tooting, is to bring you confusion, confusions and illusions with the Seven of Cups. That it's all for naught, and it's their way of just, trying to be mischievous, and trying to bring trouble where there was no trouble to be brought. You will be seeing through the veil of their trickeries. Okay, you'll be seeing the truth, because this clarity here, you're going to be taking action when you need to take action with the King of Wands, right? And seeing that the decision to be made here, the choices you have, is that you can either go with the decision of basically questioning, attacking your person when they get home or on the phone. I heard that you were this, that, and the other thing with this person, and that you two went off to have a thing, and you can either go that way or you can go the other way with, I don't feel like there's a problem here. My person's never given me any reason to think this. And I know that they sometimes go off on trips like this, so why is this any different? It's just a little different this time because my person's happening to have dinner and drinks that night before stepping into the work required role of showing up to their destination for the early morning rising. That's just an example. It could be, or it has something to do with work. Maybe work is not a romantic relationship issue. It could be work-related issue. It could even be a family or a friend-related issue. Someone's trying to deceive you to lead you astray, the bottom line. That's the bottom line. The unexpected good thing is that you have got the trust and the faith in your person, trust and the faith in the person or the situation that you need to be able to say, hey, there's nothing going on here. That third person's got their own agenda, and they're trying to fool me, they're trying to get me upset, and they're trying to get a rise out of me so that I end up doing something that I'll regret later. Okay, so this is what it is that you've got the Six of Swords within you, you got the solution within you. It's called the High Priestess, and it's called wisdom. From you having to sit and think about it, to try and look at it from the opposite, from a different perspective before you make that call or before you approach your person. You have the wherewithal within you to be able to say, hey, I feel like I can trust this situation, I can trust this person. I feel like by being able to just count to 10, so to speak, as they say, before you do anything, taking advantage of that opportunity to clue in to what you really feel is going on in this situation, facing it from that perspective and saying, no, I'm not going to get all emotional here. This person wants me to be upset and to do something, say something that I'm going to regret later. And the Eight of Pentacles is like you working, you work hard, you're working hard on making sure that you master the ability to be able to see things clearly for yourself, that things are not out of line, things are just, there's balance here. The situation that's called in question for you is that things are good, things are okay. They're not like this person is trying to portray it to be. And that it's going to see you with all that inner knowingness. You're going to see that the unexpected good thing is that you can trust your person. You're facing a situation where your person's doing something, or something's happened at work that hasn't happened before. And so you could very easily say, yeah, there's something wrong here, there's something, going on that that I shouldn't, either I should be aware of it, but I shouldn't be party to it, because it's just going to end up being something that I'm not going to be happy with, that it's going to turn out wrong, the consequences are going to be negative, that kind of thing. And you're going to find out that through your ability to be able to rely on the facts, the truth, the inner knowing that you have, that everything is just, it's kosher, everything's cool, this person's tooting their horn, that you should, red flags are flying, that you should be all upset, you should be telling this person off, you should be approaching that person, this sort of stuff, right? But you are saying, no, although I really haven't been to this degree with this situation before, it's not exactly the way things are before, I still have faith, I still have trust that my person, or that my company, or my partner, my this, my that, my family member, my friend, is still acting with integrity. There's still matter of fact, the bottom line is that the person that's trying to raise the red flags is the one who's not acting with integrity. And that's what you can be sure of. That's because you might have had a moment where you thought, well, maybe, but then you quickly said, oh no, I just feel like, I get the feeling, I'm having the feeling that it's not this way at all, and I'm going to check it out. You're going to do your due diligence and check things out. You're going to move forward in that way, find the strength and courage to see what was that you could otherwise be crying over the spilt milk about, being regretful about. You're going to look at that and say, I don't want to be sitting in regret because I've moved forward too hastily right here. Went forward too hastily with the illusion that there is something else going on that I am not aware of. Like there's other things going on. Too many things in the air for you to be able to find any kind of clarity over, right? You know that you can find the clarity because through that clarity things will be balanced and it'll be a very tempered, peaceful situation, resolution, right? And the Hierophant is all about that traditional, or that authority, that's just knowing that everything is as it needs to be. And this person bringing this big story to you about what's going on, and it's not really going on at all, is full of you know what, right? And here you feel like that time that you spent seeking inner wisdom, the Hermit card, the Hangman, your intuition, has helped you to make the decision that the truth is, the decision you may not have wanted to make right away, but it's time for you to do that. The truth is the King of Swords, right? The truth is that you can move forward in complete confidence and courage. Confidence with the King of Wands, knowing that the direction that you're going with this is going to be anything but the direction of someone's trying to do me wrong, that I'm going to be suffering consequences because there's something else going on that I don't know about. This person's bringing into my awareness. Instead, you're through all of this. These are all great cards. Through all of this, you're gaining clarity and truth. Clarity and truth through your confidence and courage to move forward with the solutions that says everything is just fine. It's just. I have mastered the ability to be able to, I'm working hard to make sure that what I'm going to do as a result of the information that I've gotten is going to be from a place of, I know everything's fine. And this person is being mean, basically. This person's being mean and selfish, and the list could go on, right? So you are definitely finding the solution through your truth. The unexpected good thing is that's showing up for you in the month of July is that the sun is going to shine on you again to show you that whatever you might have been grappling with respect to your person, because of what information has come forward, with respect to your person that you're in a relationship with, whether it's a friendship, family, or love relationship, or your job, or your partner, whatever information that's come forward that's could have been cause for a red flag for you, that's going to end up, where things are going to be changed so much so that you're going to be having to look at your partner or your situation in a totally different light. It's not going to be like that for you. It's going to be everything's okay. That things are going to be revealed. The truth is going to be revealed to you, and you can start taking your moving forward in that confidence that everything's just fine. That this person's just been mean, selfish, and busybody, this, that, and the other thing, and they're just trying to stir the pot and make trouble. Basically, what it boils down to is make trouble. Okay, guys, so that's what I see for you. That is the unexpected good thing that's showing up for you this month in July, is that whatever problem that you're grappling with right now, you make sure that you stay in touch with your inner guidance and your intuition, because it'll see you through to a solution. And the first card that comes out in the tarot is the solution, the card that says you're finding a solution to this. And the solution will be that you work hard. You make sure you focus, right, on whatever it is that you're creating. And that focus is to know the truth. to know the truth and nothing but the truth. So you will do that, and you'll find the justice through that. Just making sure that you don't cut out your person too hastily, too soon, without you giving it a good thought first, and then finding out information that you need that's going to be the truth for you. And the truth is, nothing's going on that you should be upset with or to make any drastic changes over. Okay, other than not ever listening to this person again. If you need to do anything at all, it would be that. To shut that person out of your life and make it aware to other people that this is what this person's done. To use so that they can watch out if there's other people that need to watch out for them as well. Okay guys, so take care of yourself. Until next time, please like and subscribe. Bye for now. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the card Flow. With your intuition maybe, but flow pretty much speaks for itself. If you didn't use your intuition to look at the question, what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month, which is July, you've chosen it with your number, 1 or 6, 16 or 61, somehow resonated for you. And if it wasn't the number, you chose it through my zodiac upside down. So here you go. We have Aquarius and Virgo, and Leo, and Capricorn. Okay, you guys, let's get going. These are the oracle decks that I chose for this reading. Now, some of them I might need to read the book because they are quite in depth as to just the face value of the card kind of thing. So let's begin. So please just bear with me, and I thank you for your patience. So Archangel Michael, what major arcana wants to show up for the card for pile number 2, Flow? That's your significator card. We got the Hermit. That's sitting in the flow, or at least the in-between in the flow, between the ebb and the flow, in the Hermit land time. Seeking guidance so that you can flow forward in the most unobstructive way. Okay, which one do we want to clarify that with? We have the Magician. Yeah, wow, that's a mastery card. That's like the Emperor energy. You're moving forward in the flow because you've mastered your energies. You've mastered, well, for the Emperor it'd be all four kings, the energies, the qualities of all 4 kings. But it's the Magician card, and so you have got all the resources that you need, inner and outer resources. We have the Shepherd, which is celebration and family. Very interesting. We'll look that one up. We'll read it at least. What about the Seasons of the Witch? What one wants to show up here? This one. We have Money Magic. Wow. It is in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die. Okay. So it's a matter of getting into the flow from the ebb, from the limiting beliefs phase of a cycle. Okay, what about the Ruin? We have my deck upside down, but it's Gilded. I shall read it, because I'm not sure what Gilded is. Gilded. Where is Gilded? Gilded. Luck, lead, and victory. Wow, gotta love that. Page 72. Love that for you guys. 72. Celebration family. Wow. A shepherd. Okay. Gilded. When paired with Ging Foxy, Gilded provides luck, strength, leadership, and the wherewithal to lead us to victory. Invoked by those engaging in the Icelandic art of Glima, Gilded was placed under the heel of the right foot to ensure triumph over a wrestler's opponent. The shape of this sigil itself suggests opposition. 2 straight lines horizontal lines stretched across what could be interpreted as two halves of two shields. This stave is more masculine in presentation, whereas Ginfaxi presents more of the feminine flow. Interesting, it says flow, and that's our significator card, which makes sense. Ginfaxi is placed under the left toes, feminine intuition. That's the left toes, feminine intuition. Whereas Gilded is placed under the right heel, masculine force. Paired together, these staves comprise the whole of an individual. Paired together, these staves comprise the whole of an individual, the whole of a warrior. So I'm immediately thinking Queen of Wands, King of Wands, kind of energy, the warrior. So you got the feminine energy here, the masculine energy here. Yeah, and that again is having both energies, instilled. You're aware of, or you're working from, you're thinking, behaving, and feeling from that inner balance of feminine, masculine energy. The flow is that you're moving into the energy. You have the energy of being the magician. That balance, and that came from the spending time. Pile 2, spending time connecting with the truth within you, at least taking some time out to be on your own in isolation, to kind of to gather up your energies, to be able to find time to recharge. You'll be feeling renewed and refreshed, and from that you'll be feeling ready. You'll be feeling inspired to take action, because you feel like you've got everything you need to be able to make that decision to do something, a choice, or just to carry on from whatever standpoint you're at right now. But the shepherd is here, and it's a celebration with family. Let's see, shepherd in celebration. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, we're looking for the shepherd. Shepherd is page 108. Okay, so the shepherd on a gentle grassy rise just beyond the citadel. White spotted goats bleat and graze. The sun bathes the hills in warmth. Heavy-headed dandelions nod lazily, and all is peaceful. This seems like with the hermit energy and the shepherd, it seems to go really nicely together. The shepherd watches their flock, the bell at the end of their crook ringing out over the slopes. It's a simple life, but the shepherd knows how to celebrate the pleasure of loving and loving well. A is a leader. A is a leader? What's this A business? I don't know. It says A is a leader and a parental figure. They ensure that their flock doesn't go astray no matter the weather or the direction. Okay, well, I'm not sure who A is here, but it's just a description of what this card represents. A is a leader and a parental figure. They ensure that their flock doesn't go astray, no matter the weather or the direction. It's time for you to look to your own relationships, family or otherwise, and reach out to them, just as the shepherd guides their flock. Don't be afraid to take the leading hand where it's needed. Someone needs to step up, and right now, that's you. Wow. Okay, you're being asked. Okay, you're being asked to take the lead. It could be in the area of family, money, something to do with finances, something to do with maybe loans and payback and debt, maybe taking charge of the debt that the family has incurred. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So there has been a time of respite where now you're feeling that you can take on this challenge. You're stepping into the energy of the flow. Money magic. The magic is that money will show up during times of flow, right? Always during times of flow. Ebb, not so much. Definitely in turn times. But with limiting beliefs, that magic goes to die. So you can't have limiting beliefs. So you have worked, you've gotten yourself into changing your mind about the way you've been thinking, how you're going to handle this situation, this problem, this obstacle that you have, your family has, you have, moving forward towards your goals. We have the Prince of Swords, which is the the Knight of Swords, okay, who's spontaneous, always rides quickly, spontaneously with the truth, like fast-moving truth, but can also be, can cause more problems than it solves as well with this kind of energy. We have the King of Wands. That's taking action, coming in quickly, swiftly, coming in quickly with the energy that you have been able to muster up during this time of either seeking guidance with your divine, with your divinity, or seeking guidance through some other authority figure. Just going within and figuring out what it is that you need to do by talking to others, asking for help from others, even just talking to your family about what everybody of the family, every person that's a member of the family needs to do. I'm thinking about this show now, guys. It's the Animal Kingdom show, and it's not like what you think. They do act like animals sometimes, but in any case, they are a family of 4 or 5. 5 of them are a family, and they have a lot of challenges to overcome, particularly with being able to trust each other. And I think that some of the members of the family, sometimes they're in it for the family, and sometimes they're not in it for the family. They can't be trusted to want to be involved to help the family out. Not all the time. In fact, they go the opposite direction sometimes, which causes the family more problems. So we've got the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords energy, fast-moving, fast-thinking. Okay, there's some fast-moving thinking that needs to be done so that action can take place. So there has been maybe a lot of brainstorming between you and your family members. The Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Okay, Page of Wands. The Queen of Swords. Wow, right. We've got a lot of court cards here. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Judgment. Major Arcana. Moving these up so I have room for the cards. Okay. Five of Swords. Doing whatever. The Three of Swords. Been thinking of this show, that Animal Kingdom show. Prince of Wands. It's a series. Seasons. Has 6 seasons so far. Prince of Wands. Which is the Knight of Wands. Yes. Did a little different in this deck. The Moon. The Lovers. And the Ace of Cups. Moving forward. The Emperor energy. The Alchemist. That's the Magician. Okay, yeah. The Emperor energy. So you know where you're headed. You're headed to leading, which is exactly what this card talks about. Becoming a leader. Becoming a leader, and was it the Shepherd one? You becoming a leader. The Shepherd is a leader. Yeah, becoming a leader. Well, what I read about the Gilded now? Jeez, guys, sorry. I have to look at it. I just have to. What page was that on? Gilded. 70, I think it was, wasn't it? 72. Sorry, guys. I gotta read it again. 72. Luck, lead, and victory. Yeah, it's about being a leader. Yeah. In the masculine energy of being a leader, you've got the feminine, and you're in the flow. So now it's time to lead. I needed to read that. Now it's time to lead. It's time to lead, guys. So pages, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So you've got somebody who can help you. You've got somebody in your family member, your friendship group, your work environment, your group, whoever it is that you can consult with. You've got the energy of someone who is going to be, they've got the emotion in them, but they lead by what's facts. You know, what's the truth here? It's like they use their discerning energies, ability to be able to cut through the BS, right? To see what really needs to be done, what's really going on, and what really needs to be done. So you have someone to do that with. This is the Page of Wands. That's the good news, that you are going to be able to lead this family situation, this group situation, this work situation, this business, whatever it is. You're going to be able to step into that leadership role. You're going to be able to celebrate, and because the money's going to be able, you're going to be able to find a way where you're in the flow now, where there's money coming in. So now you've got resources, financial resources, to be able to put it to work for you, so that you can let go of the heavy burdens. With the Ten of Wands is a brand new beginning. No burdens on your back anymore. You're letting go of the burdens. The Judgment is the final decision, is to do what's right for the family, not just what right for the situation, right for the group, right for the, and so forth and so on, right for the family, the situation. That it's not going to be about people doing what they feel they need to do in order to win. That's what the Five of Swords energy is. They don't care who they hurt in trying to get what they want. They do what they have to do. They do what they want to do, really, to win. And so you are going to be able to make sure that whatever bad apples were in the mix in your situation, who were trying to sabotage the family unit in some way, or the business in some way, that they weren't necessarily trying to sabotage, but their behaviors and their decision making, their choices, have caused the family, particularly when it comes to money, they've caused the family a lot of financial hardship. Okay, the family, the situation, the business, so forth. Where you all are like this, the season I'm watching right now of the animal kingdom is that they are like living in the red right now, which is heartbreak, right? Living in the red, where they're not sure if they're going to be able to pay their bills. They are scraping together as much as they can without making the next heist, right? But ultimately it led to them having to go and rob somebody, right? So this is the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. There's about, what the Knight of Wands is. It's about the energy of living in the red, that's causing you and the family, causing the family to do things that are, spontaneous, but not really thinking something through, but just doing it because it felt right. Doing it because you needed to be able to get in quick so that you can get out of the situation. Needed to do something, have a quick fix, but a quick fix is just a band-aid, right? And it may cause, like I said, all of this energy here of somebody or people doing things, whether they were doing it on purpose to sabotage the situation, the family, the business, whatever, or they weren't doing it, but it just so happened that it caused a lot of financial hardship to the family, to the business, that now you're all having to figure out a way to overcome what could bring eventually, if not sooner, bring down the family, cause you to all just totally disperse from each other and not look back and count each other out of their lives, or the business partnership, whatever it is going to. It's in the flux of things are not clear as to how you all are going to be able to get out of this situation as much unscathed as possible. So the good news is that there's good choices to be made that are balanced choices to be made, that you may end up having to either cut somebody out of a will if they don't, amp up their game and get on board and work as a team instead of just for themselves, or you have to cut them out of your business as a partnership, or you have to fire them from your business. But you're going to do something that is going to have you with the choice that you have to make in order to be that leader and take charge, so that you can get things back on track for your family financially, for your business financially. You are making the choice to bring this person in under control, if it's family, by saying, unless you do, start shipping out kind of thing, we're going to take you out of the will, or you're just not going to be part of the family decisions any longer, and you're not going to get any benefit from whatever we do moving forward if you don't shape up. And that decision to do that, or to fire somebody because they have done something that it goes against company policy, that kind of thing, and it's caused your company to lose quite a bit of money, maybe not to the point where it's going to bring the house down, but enough so that this person would never be able to work enough years of their life in your company to be able to pay that back. And so it's going to be something that's going to be a new beginning for you, that you're going to end up feeling like you're winning, you're victorious with the cup, right? You're victorious, you're moving forward with success and victory, which is what these cards are about, because you are now the one in charge. You're the one who has been able to, you've stuck your neck out far enough for family members, for the business, for this, that, and the other thing, that people are now looking at you as the one who needs to be in charge, who needs to be at the helm. And boy, this says that animal kingdom all over it right here. But you need to be the one, because you're the one who's the most trustworthy. You're the one who's most level-headed. You're the one who has the most leadership skills and ability to be able to communicate and act when communication and action is necessary, because you have something within you that you feel very strong and confident about, that whenever you need to make a decision or think about something, you feel confident doing it. There's this inner confidence in you that the others of the whole party here that you're dealing with does not have to the ability that you do. So they're going to be placing you, let's say it's like a board of directors situation, where you have to get rid of the chairman because of the decisions that they've been making, and that it's been causing the nonprofit or the company a lot of money where it's threatened that it's got to close its doors, right? And it could be nefarious decisions, or it could be just decisions because they really aren't cut out for the chairman's position, but they've been voted into it because there was no one else who wanted to take over the position. But since they've been in that position, there's been a lot of things going wrong because of decisions that have been made. And now they're voting you in to be in that position, the director's position. the chairman's position, right? Something like that, right? So it could be anything that I mentioned here or something else totally different. But in any case, what the unexpected good thing is that you're going to be now placed in, you'll be a hold of the reins now for moving forward to keep this business or family prosperous and profitable, you know, because that's why you're in business. As a family, if you're working together as a family in some way, maybe even a family business, it could be that your family's in the business to be profitable. If it's not business related for your family's in the business to be, you know, in love with each other, taking care of each other, being victorious and successful in being a unit, a cohesive unit that has to do with loving each other and being trusting and having each other's back, right? Supporting each other, having each other's back. Whereas before, somebody's been throwing a curveball into it, and it's been making everybody think, you know, can I trust this person anymore? Can I even trust that other family member that I thought I could trust? You know, you start looking at your family members in a different way that's sort of paranoid, or, you know, you're not sure if you can actually, can I really trust my family? Really, I thought I could, but can I really trust my family to do the right things? This, that, and the other thing. So please like and subscribe if this resonated with you. But thanks for being here, and I wish you the best of luck. Take care. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this card, Build, for us to explore the question of what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month. And if you didn't use your intuition to choose this pile, you might have chosen with the number 2 or 4, 24, 42. Okay, and if not, it was your zodiac sign. You got Gemini and Cancer, and you have Aries and what's that? Libra. Yes, Aries and Libra. Okay, these are the decks I've chosen for today's reading. Thank you for being here. Please bear with me because a couple of these decks have got descriptions to be read because they're more in depth. Okay, then what the face of the card is. We have Death here for the Major Arcana with, let's see, the Tarot to help clarify. We have the Fool. An ending and a brand new beginning. Wow. That's pretty clear. Alright, building something, huh? What do we have for the Citadel? Nice one. Want it to come out. Seasons of the Witch. And the Ruin. Okay, let's go. So, we have Death. So something's ending, but it's a transformation, major transformation for you, and so it's instigating a brand new beginning for you with the Fool card. The Citadel card is the Archer, biding your time and planning ahead. Alright, so you may not be taking action just yet, but giving it a good think first. Summer solstice, so like the sun, spread your ray of light and ignite the light in others. Wow, okay, you've got a major role to shine your light. With Vegular, we'll see. Okay, let's see what it says here. I can't even say it. Vegvisor. Let's see if we can find Vegvisor. Just have to go down until I find it, I guess. Wegvisser, compass, protection, and a wayfinder. Page 68. So those were the key words. Compass, protection, and wayfinder. So somebody who knows the direction and who can show you the way, or that's you. Hey, Wegvisser. Compass. The Viking compass to some and to the Icelandic compass to others, provides a strong ally when traveling life's internal and external storms. Although its origins are debated, it has become a symbol of strength, protection, and the highest guidance amongst Iceland's people and beyond. Drawn on ships, this sigil is said to have channeled magic capable of guiding a vessel through the most formidable storms and seeing it safely to its destination. In this way, Wegvisser provides guidance even when the path is unclear. It acts as a signpost through the liminal storms of our lives and a touchstone leading us forward through the fog into clarity. Hold this stave close to your heart during times of uncertainty, confusion, and illusion. It will steady your inner compass, which will never steer you wrong. Wow. Okay, so you've got a new beginning because something has ended in your life that has basically, dare say, forced you into a new beginning. Major change. And you're going to be not taking action just yet because you need to be able to find out what your action is going to be. The Archer. Here it is, page 60. Interesting, almost the same page as the other book. Okay, the Archer is slender fingers trail the fletching of an arrow and knock it on the bowstring. Knock it on the bowstring. Okay. Others training with their bows loose early. Others training with their bows loose early, eager to prove themselves. But the Archer knows the value of their own judgment and takes their time. A deep inhale, a held breath, a moment to aim. The arrow whistles through the air and strikes its target across the training ground. The Archer always knows exactly what they're shooting for. Others around you may have targets full of arrows, but you know how long you need to aim true. Your own pace can't be measured against that of others, and your worth is not dictated by anyone but yourself. Don't let doubt make you falter. Take your time. Your arrows will fly true when they're good and ready. So it's just a matter of you are being forced into a new beginning to act with faith and to take a risk. Just because you're not, you know where you're going. It's not going to be so much of a risk for you, but the risk could be just how it's going to work out for you. But the Archer is like you're going to be wise enough to be able to bide your time. Take your time. Don't measure it against anyone else doing the similar or same thing. And you are worthy of the decision that you make of when you're going to act, okay? Because it's all about building something. You're building a new foundation in something. You're building something. It might be your finances that you're building. It could be a relationship that you're building. But it could be a business that you're building. Let's see what we got here. But you've got an inner compass that's leading you, like the sun, to spread the ray of light and ignite the light in others. So whatever it is that you're moving forward in to build, it's about inspiring others. And it may not be that you're inspiring through showing other people the way, but through just modeling what it's like to be a person with your inner knowing, your wisdom and faith in who you are. Okay. Let's see. We've got the Eight of Cups. Yep. The end of something. Eight of Cups, right? Eight of Cups is about walking away from an investment. Six of Cups, something from the past. Something from the past. Wow. Let's see. We've got the Ace of Wands, brand new beginning, new page that's inspiring and passionate, with the Devil energy. Okay. And the Empress. Wow, right beside it. Toxicity up against that of wisdom. Alright. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Got somebody who lives within the realm of their, their fantasies, their dreams, their illusions, because they can afford to. Quite literally. Two of Wands. They live their dreams. In other words, Two of Wands. Ten of Wands. So the end of an era of carrying heavy burdens and pressure. Seven of Wands. That's you enacting positive and strong boundaries, helpful boundaries, healthy boundaries, with the Ten of Swords on the back and the Page of Wands. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the Ace of Wands. Pardon me. So the Page of Wands and Temperance with the Lovers. Okay. We may use that one. So guys, you're trying to build something. You're trying to build something. And it seems to me that you're trying to build something that caused you to feel unstable. You've been in some sort of situation, relationship, business or otherwise, finances. You've been working on building back, building up, even up your inner resources. Your inner resources of strength and courage, and knowing the truth of who you really are and how powerful and strong you really are as a person with your soul at the helm rather than your ego. But you know better that whatever you had to leave behind, whatever way of thinking, mindset, person, relationships, business idea, business venture, place where you worked, whatever you had to leave behind, you had to face something ending. It's opened up a new vista for you, right? But you have the time and you have the ability and the inner resources and the outer resources to be able to sit back and give it a good think. Think about what it is that you really want to experience with this, with maybe a new relationship moving forward, so that you don't make the same mistakes as you did before, or you don't invite someone into your life that wants to take advantage of you, or that you don't end up biting off too much that you can chew, kind of thing. So it's like you're needing to say that I have what I need to do, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. I'm walking away. I've already made the decision to walk away from a particular investment, and generally it's in love, but it could be an investment in whatever it is you love. It could be money making or an investment, like an actual investment company, investment portfolio, best investment manager, somebody that you love, or somebody that you have an emotional attachment to, in the sense that you've been working with this person to help you grow your finances, and you feel like they've had your back, and it's not been working out for you recently. The two of you becoming you, and their policies or their way of running their investment business is not in alignment with you anymore, and so you are now thinking that you've got to go your own way. Because that's the past. That's the past. This person is the past. You walked away, you put it in the past. You have already put it in the past. And so the Ace of Wands is striking out, because like I always say, the aces are a new opportunity given to you by the divine, because you've made a decision to leave something behind that wasn't working for you anymore. It was no longer for your best intentions and your highest good. You've been given your flight credentials to be able to take flight, your pilot credentials to take flight. You have been given that, but you are very wisely hanging back to plan out your next moves, to plan out your future, to plan out how you want to pursue a particular goal, whether it's a new relationship with somebody, a new business idea, an investment venture, whatever it is that you had to leave behind. You're going to be doing something in the same vein, but it's going to be different, because you're more aware. You've learned a lot. You've seen a lot that you have been able to say, I've learned so much now that I'm going to be able to lead others. Lead others, like I'm a compass now, basically, for others. So maybe you're an investment manager. Maybe you're somebody who can help people see their way through marital problems. Maybe you're a mental health counselor or a marriage counselor. Maybe you become that, and you're building your own private practice, your own practice. You're building on something. You're building on what it is that you've learned. You see, through your hardships, through the troubles that you've been in. So now you become an expert in that field. You're an expert in whatever it is that you had to, muddle through, get through, and put an end to it, and say, okay, I've got all of this wisdom now. I got all this knowledge now. I've got all this how to do. My wherewithal. I've learned so much about the ins and the outs of something. I've learned how to invest wisely. I know which best funds to invest in. I know how to build. I know how to, to become someone who can work on other people's cars, mechanic. I've become a really good mechanic. I'm building my own mechanic business. I've learned a lot about cars, and I can become somebody's, who knows, I could come up with ideas how you might get your own car dealership, because you're into Chryslers, for example, and so you want to be a Chrysler dealer. Maybe you are hedge fund person, I don't know, but whatever it is, maybe you've been through a relationship and you've had to go through a divorce, and now you're just simply able to help others who are facing marital problems, relationship problems, and you are a light for them, because they can say, well, how did you handle that when you went through it? How did you do that? And what do I need to do now? Like, who would be a good divorce lawyer to contact? You have something, you have information, you have knowledge, you have education, whatever it is. You've been through something, and now you can build on that from the information that you've gained through your own experiences. All right? And that's what I'm seeing here, is that you are able to walk away from what it was that you were invested in. It's in the past for you now, and now you've got a brand new something to look forward to. You've got a brand new goal to reach. You've got something to build on. There's your Ace of Wands. You've got something that you are impassioned about, because you're able to bring the light to others on something that was a mystery to you at the time, but through it, because you were forced into it, right? It's kind of like shadowing somebody on a job, right? You're going to be doing, at least watching them do what it is they do, because you're going to be expected to do that. So you're going to be actually right in the job with that person, and they're going to be getting you to do a couple things, to show you a few things, teach you about this, that, and the other thing, but you're going to be mostly watching what they're doing, and you're going to, as a result of that training, you're going to be able to move into your position with a lot more confidence and skill because of that time shadowing somebody. So you've got something that other people need, and you know that you can put that in practice so that you can be that person. You're building on your own knowledge, building on your own knowledge from the past experiences that you've had, so that you can be a fountain, not a fountain of youth, a fountain of knowledge. I don't know, fountain of knowledge. Yeah, somebody who really has, like when you escape the devil, when you escape toxicity, when you escape bondage. Who are you? I mean, you're in the feminine energy of can give back. You're a giver in the feminine energy. The devil is somebody who wants to keep you low, wants to keep you down, wants to keep you shackled, and always wanting, always in that energy of wanting and needing, lack, right? Well, you escaped that. You had found your strength and courage to leave that whatever it was for you behind, because it didn't work for you, it wasn't working for you, but you learned a lot from it, and now you're the empress sitting on the chair, your throne, ready to birth new ideas, new worlds, new adventures. You are the person to go to for information. And how did you handle this? How did you go through that? What did you do when you were in that situation? You've got the wherewithal, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the ability to bring forward solutions that work, that actually work for others. The Queen of Pentacles is that this is you now in that energy of having escaped the toxic, the bondage of the past situation, sitting in, I'm ready to give birth to my new ideas and new ventures so that I can lead others to the sun, lead others to their making better choices in their life, right? You are the person that other people go to as the Queen of Pentacles for ideas that are successful, prosperous, abundant ideas. So you are the energy of just watch me, because you worked hard to get into this position. The Queen of Pentacles is a hard worker. You just watch me, and you will live your dreams as well. You just watch me, you live your dreams. Watch me, shadow me, ask me questions. Ask me how I did it. I am the person that is the go-to person now for you. Two of Wands, I'll help you so that you're no longer standing at a crossroads. I'll help you find the courage and the inspiration to make a decision, a choice, this way or that way, so that you can put down all your burdens and insecurities, the pressure you're feeling from having carried a load of whatever your experience in your business, in your personal relationships, in your investments, in your health, even for that matter. I can help you unload that. You will feel so much lighter after you learn what I have to teach. you are going to first of all need to set up some healthy boundaries so that you will only allow yourself, you'll have healthy boundaries against yourself, for yourself, and for yourself up against others, right? You will only allow yourself to think a certain way and to behave a certain way, and only during certain times. If there's going to be some limitations on to be able to avoid overindulgence, let's just say. Avoid making the wrong decision or a hasty decision that leads to not so good choices in life that lead you down the path that you don't want to go. I'm here to help you see how you can build your life the way I have learned to build mine through the going through the hellfire and trying to climb a mountain and ending up in quicksand, that kind of thing. So you're the type of person that says you come across, you might be marketing yourself as if saying avoid pitfalls, whatever. Avoid pitfalls in your marriage. Avoid pitfalls in your investments. Lean on me. Lean on me to help you find to help you. I'm a marketer, but to help you go the direction that will lead you to the most life-giving, most prosperous, most abundant, most loving and safe way. In whatever it is, prosperous, safe, whatever, loving way. Avoiding people who want to stab you in the back, betray you. Avoid betrayals, even your own, betraying yourself because of certain decisions that you might be wanting to make. But if you know better, you know that you won't be making those kind of decisions, and you are there to help them know better. The page once you've got news, you've got inspiration for them, you're going to help them turn a new page in their life that's going to bring them the peace, the happiness, the balance and the healing that they need, knowing that they can move forward with certainty and confidence, making the choices in life with the Lover's energy, the choices in life that's going to lead them to the Sun, which is where you've been, where you've gotten yourself to. You've gotten yourself in that energy of feeling, I have left the past behind, and I've healed, and I've healed, and through this healing, I've become inspired to help others navigate their troubles, their mountains, their obstacles and challenges, burdens. Right? I can help them. I'm in the business now, where because of my past experiences and my learning, my wisdom I've gained, and putting an end to something that wasn't working for me, it was no good for me, and starting out on a new path. But I'm wise enough to know that I have to think this through. I have to plan my next move. I have to be strategic. I have to plan carefully. And this will lead you to success, you see. And your success is that you're going to be able to be a compass, a wayfinder for other people that are traveling much like the same path that you traveled, that you now know. So what unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month is that you're going to be able to just basically become somebody who is going to be able to lead the way to others through just you teaching them, being knowledgeable of what it is that you've gone through, that others are going to come to you and say, how did you manage that? I heard you went through this, or I seen you go through this. How did you handle this? What did you do? Because I see that you're doing well, that you've become a success. You're successful. You're happy. You seem happy. Whatever your outcome is, they want that too. And you're the one who can. You're not just modeling it for them. You're actually showing them a way through your own personal learning and development in whatever way that came to you. Okay? So this is what I got for you guys. You're going to lead them to wise choices, and they're going to be very happy people. Maybe even clients. You might be starting your own business, and that you're going to have clients that are paying you for this. All right? So this is what the unexpected good thing is showing up for you this month, is that you're going to actually be on other people's radar for your wisdom, for your past experiences, and how you got yourself through it and came out happy and successful as a result. Wow, that's really interesting. So take care of yourself. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now.